top.
Yeah.
And do we?
Okay. Uh,
Hi, Mary.
hello.
He's gonna go into executive session right away.
Well,
Just
yeah,
letting you know.
he doesn't think so.
Well, I got news.
So you got your skin fixed?
Tailgate. I didn't fix the tailgate.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
Okay.
Yeah. Posted when you get our minutes when they come in from
Okay.
Fabian.
Okay.
Gonna add those to them.
I'm gonna get.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it.
So I just have to scan this and put it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
How you doing, Kyle? I didn't.
And we can
You were hiding in the corner.
too, but I don't.
Well, I'm trying to get this pizza out.
Just do the measure
Okay.
because we didn't make that work anymore.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're good with the minutes.
Hope you guys said.
Yes, I
Okay.
found. I forgot that I hadn't set that up on my iPad, and I was searching. Where is it?
Perfect.
You got a cutter, slicer?
Yeah, there's one right there in the tray.
Another day, tired. Been in Albany for a couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
Worked in Madras, and we're gonna go Madras tomorrow, and back to Albany tomorrow night.
Doing that cleanup,
I had to go to that
Ribbon's kicking my ass. Finished trimming the trees and.
Oh, yeah?
And,
Did you do your driveway too?
Congratulations or commiserations.
was it really?
Did you scrape your driveway too?
No, I haven't. A couple of trees. I got the tree saw fixed and whacked a few of those. No one, you are. Anyway, got that going. Joe started, he was thinking maybe he should take some trees out, so he's cutting trees off. I'd help him, but.
I dropped off a chainsaw to him yesterday.
Yeah, he said he ordered a carburetor already.
Did he? You don't waste any time.
Probably Kyle.
Kyle.
I'm looking, I can tell by the machine.
You don't get that far down.
The rest of us just bring phones.
Yeah.
Everything else.
You don't need that, yeah.
They're training.
Well, I wondered
Not like that.
did you say there was a roller? Years ago, right?
Yeah, I saw one just sitting right there.
Did, Office get any books made?
Did it what?
Did the office get any books made?
Not yet. They're working on it.
I was wondering if they needed a sample book.
I got one.
Copy.
Congratulations. All on.
Thank you.
Is it?
Should be all online. They should be able
Hey,
to.
Sam.
If they can find
Some of
How's
those
it going
books should
there?
have the dividers in them already.
You have a rough day today?
I think so.
Huh? You have a rough day today?
Yeah, just tired.
Time to get home.
Hey Kyle, how are you, man?
I had a meeting at 2:30.
Yeah.
Dave.
Oh, there it is. You want here, I'll slice it for you.
So Kyle, you're gonna log into the meeting,
Yeah, I got logged in.
because somebody here has to
I'll turn my phone off.
be on.
Today is the.
4 minutes to go.
So I got a question for you guys. Someone says I look like Letterman.
Dave Letterman.
Do I really look like Dave Letterman? No. I've had two people come up to me. Letterman. I'm like, there's no way. I look at him, I
Like his paycheck would be good.
I would like to have that paycheck.
Yes. Fishing lately?
Mr. Fisher, I've been trying to remember to tell you I moved the dog bag down.
The first when it opened up. I'm muted. No, I'm not. No, I'm not muted.
First house is gonna
And,
real.
I probably fished.
My iPad.
I'm gonna get
You ever tell me where I'm going? Gotta get in.
I moved the boat for you.
Good.
I'm doing okay.
I got almost all there.
That thing starts shutting off.
Yeah, I'd probably be out there tonight if I wasn't here.
Yeah, but Ed turned his phone off so that he won't trigger it. So,
Because I had my iPad on last meeting.
yeah, and that's triggered it, so.
Okay, so I'm gonna shut my phone off.
Yeah, and Ed shut his off. And
Got mine on.
it's in my back pocket.
Well, that's on
You want them completely off?
Well, the issue is we've discovered that what keeps shutting the speaker seems to be when there's another electronic device around it. Because when we had rules and regs last week, Mike had his iPad here and it kept.
Mike's fault, MF.
But the last board meeting, Ed was sitting over there with his phone and it was doing the same kind of thing. So we think that that's the fault. Of course, we also thought it was somebody tapping
I
on the
don't
table.
mind this thing not working.
Okay, get that off.
Sam's probably never turned his phone off in a couple
Mine's
of
gonna
years.
keep
Oh, I
working.
turned it off. I have to.
Mine's gotta keep
Just because of that reason. You
Imagine it does. Oh,
gotta reset it.
We're voting.
how are we gonna send you a message?
All phones are off now.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Kind of digging these pens.
If anybody wants a piece of pizza now, because we probably won't stop, so you got 1 minute to hog it down.
Pizza's always good cold.
I like,
It's always good cold.
Well, if you like it cold, you eat it cold.
Yeah, I
I love cold pizza.
Oh, yeah. Right out of the refrigerator for breakfast.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's why we got a lot of brains. Themselves.
Well, what happened to you then?
I joined the military to serve my country.
Okay.
There's pizza. Man, there's pizza there.
Is that from the Culver store down?
No, this is actually,
Papa Murphy's.
Hey, Dave, how do I get a bylaw look like that? They're building them on it.
This is not, this is Stephanie built this.
Oh,
This is
Stephanie built that one?
Yeah. She has too much time on her hands.
Yeah.
I need to
I'm
keep
sure
her,
they're all,
yeah, I need to keep her, here.
I feel it, when it comes together with a binder, and all I got's my laptop.
So, let's see, how we doing for, okay, here it is.
6 o'clock.
Good. So who's online? Michelle online? Just double
Yes,
check.
Michelle's online, and myself, Randy Eisler, and Kyle, and
SB.
Sheila,
That's B, that's she.
and whoever is doing BOD.
Okay. All right, well, let's get started. Let's call this meeting to order, March 18th, 2026. This is our first meeting after our annual meeting. It's within our 10-day time frame as per our bylaws for our first meeting. And so need a roll call.
Mike.
Here.
Kyle. Here. Sam. Here. Steve. Here. Michelle.
Here.
And I'm here. Ed.
And Ed. Okay, so first thing first, it was quite the annual meeting. If you take out a lot of the questions and things that came up, we were right at 3 hours for that meeting, so that's probably got to be a first somewhere. And we also accomplished something that's worth noting, first time in 30 years that we've ever accomplished our main goal for the year, which was to have a reasonable and responsible increase to our annual assessment for dues. So all those that were involved in that at every level, and it's a board victory, I just want to say thank you all. I mean, it was just really, really cool to see something that we planned for so far in advance actually come to fruition. So we got a lot of positive things that we've done for this last year, and I believe we're going to have a lot of positive things moving forward. But the first thing we need to establish tonight is our officer positions, our director positions, roles and responsibilities, start forming up the org chart, and that'll also include at some point, whether we get it all done tonight or not, chairman for the committees and the committee members. And a lot of that, not a lot of changes there, but we want to get our organizational structure completed before we do anything else. Once we get that done, then we can start looking at getting into our regular board meeting, and we can certainly address our goals, and prioritize everything, throw everything on the table, and figure out what we're going to do for next year. So with that, Kyle wanted to address some time with you folks before we go and get on with our meeting, and so I thought it'd be appropriate.
You kind of stole my thunder. I think we did something that was pretty important. I mean, we had a meeting in this side of the mountain. That was the first time we did that. We didn't know if it was going to work. We didn't know if people were going to show up. And I think the answer is it worked really well.
Good
I mean, we
turnout.
had a lot of people, right? I mean, if people said, I mean, there was a few people that came in at the very beginning and said, no one's going to show up. It's the same people that kind of, argue, or complain a lot. But the fact is, it worked really well. And I think the feedback I got from Zoom was clear. People were able to hear what was going on, and And that's always been a challenge. Sometimes it works better than others. We did have a meeting that was 3.5 hours, but I didn't, and this is my first time going through it as a board member. I didn't truly appreciate how much time Dave needs to get the quorum all set up and how much time we have at that break. I think that was a good break to have. There was some distractions in the audience, but we're never gonna not be able, people need to, that's their time to communicate. But I think I've talked to some folks and they said, well, maybe we have, time at the beginning and time at the end, but we keep the middle part kind of locked down. So that's something we could talk about, as we approach next year's meeting. But, and then the results, I was confident we were going to pass Measure 1. I felt really good about it. And Measure 2, although we didn't share any of the results, and I don't know if it's appropriate to share or not, but I think we would have passed Measure 2, but the board screwed up on that one. We did not see 3.8 or whatever the section was. I didn't see it. I don't think anybody saw it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have marched down the path of trying to make that thing happen when we knew we had to have 351 yes votes. We would have changed our strategy completely. And we wouldn't go in with a vote knowing that the answer was going to be no. Does everybody agree with me on that? And when we announced the Measure 2 didn't pass, and you just had this in the audience. Everybody wanted it. So I think we need to put together a plan and come back and do have a mid-year vote would be my recommendation, and I think we could do something and have it pass. Whether we address some of the languages in the bylaws at the same time, that's a conversation for another time. But I don't know. I just thought I thought we had a really good meeting, and we beat each other up a lot as a board. We're hard on each other, and I think it's okay to chalk this one up as a win. So anyway, I just wanted to say that.
Cool. Anybody else? We didn't get a chance to do any shout outs at that meeting. By the end of the day, we were pretty much all spent. So anybody got any shout outs now? Anybody want to say anything positive about some of the stuff? We started this thing way in advance. We started this process for our goals and so forth back in April of last year. So we accomplished a lot as a board with a lot of stuff. But anybody got anything they want to, those folks that don't get that opportunity. We didn't get a chance.
I'll shout out to Dave for getting that, what's it called, port recorder? Or whatever that lady was there. I think that was a good thing to have that lady there doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's more accurate, I believe.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give a shout out to Randy Geisler. He's on the meeting when we went to pass Motion 1 and Motion 2. He was the first one to make that motion, and it passed. We didn't spend an hour and a half dealing with that, and and we all spent a lot of time kind of working through that. Last year was a nightmare trying to just get through the motions or get through the minutes, and so that was good.
All right, well, cool. Well, we had a lot of positive, we had a lot of stuff that we got accomplished last year, so we had a lot of great things to actually talk about. So I'm feeling pretty good. So, zero to hero. Last year's over, and now we're moving forward. So, again, Sam, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Michelle, welcome aboard. All right, so first thing on the list for tonight. Who is going to be president? That's the first thing we need to accomplish.
I'll start with who wants to be president.
Is this supposed to be a
Executive session?
executive session?
No.
This whole 10 days says the whole purpose of this, the objective is to elect the board.
That's correct.
And nothing else. So I didn't know this was going to be a full-blown meeting.
I wasn't sure if this was going to be an executive session or if this was going to be an open to the public. So I figured it was always going to be a regular meeting open to the public. But on the agenda, I just put out that to leave it open. So if we feel we need to, not based on the conversations we're having about who's going on as we create our org chart, but if there was any personnel related issues that may come up, I wanted to give that as an option that we can go into executive. But this whole deciding on who's going to be in what position and so on and so forth, that's going to be, I'm sorry, Dave, you have something you want to say?
Yes, we've established a quorum.
Oh.
Number one thing we do when we get open a meeting.
Okay, there you go. Thanks for reminding me. So we've established a quorum. So that's it there, Steve. So this is a regular board meeting. This is the first one as per our bylaws, and this one is to start working on the goal of putting the org chart together.
I don't remember it being like this. So, anyway, if that's how,
Hasn't been the last 2 years.
if that's how we're gonna run it, and everybody approves to run it this way, then I'm okay with it. If anybody has questions about it, like myself, I guess.
I always thought you guys would write down your person that you want to be president, vice president, and you hand it in. And,
Yeah, we'll do it one at a time.
Randy,
one at a time.
Yeah.
Randy, how did you do that? You were the president for like, what, 6-7 years? So how did you always do that in the past?
No, we just sat as a board and decided who was going to take the officer position.
Was it in public or executive session?
No, it was in a meeting.
Yeah, but at that time you didn't have Zoom at the time either.
Well,
Correct?
no, we didn't have Zoom.
You had a small amount of people.
2010. So
You had a small amount of people in here in the meeting. You don't have, right now you could have possible 100 people on Zoom listening to our conversations.
But it is up to the board to decide who.
Correct. But why can't you go a secret ballot on this stuff? Who wants to be the president? Take the votes, have the secretary read out who the president is on the votes. Same thing with the vice president, same thing with treasurer, same thing as secretary.
Vote by who?
By the board. You have individual pieces of paper and you write down who you want as a president, who you want as a vice president, who you want as a treasurer.
I don't disagree with that.
That way it's anonymous, you're not having any, say, if I want Kyle to do it, Ed's gonna be mad at me because I'm voting for Kyle. This way, no one knows what's going on. I'm sorry, that's just pressure by individuals saying, hey, I want to vote for such and such. That's how you get people against people on the board.
Well,
I take it.
I disagree. I mean, if you have something to say, and I think you just say it, and we're all thick-skinned people, and if I have a problem with somebody, I'll tell them, and I think we need to put big boy pants on.
Right. Okay. So that way I want to nominate Michelle as president.
I'm gonna
make a motion?
I'm gonna make, oh,
Go ahead.
you made it?
No, you go ahead.
I'm gonna make a motion that we go into executive session because I'm gonna talk about personal problems.
I second that.
Well, I don't.
So we can either vote for board
We
later.
don't have that opportunity at this meeting.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Yeah.
Go into executive session to
Yep.
decide who's a board member?
Yeah.
As a board, we can go into executive session.
I don't know, I agree with that. There, I would suggest that.
Yeah, from my understanding, if personnel issues is for, folks that work for us, or there's some specific item that needs to be addressed, but as far as, on somebody's performance, but based on, for deciding the board positions, that's public. That's not private, that's public. We're a public company. So nobody likes to fight in front of the children.
Michelle says she agrees with Sam if we're going to be,
Executive session, anybody second?
Someone's,
I second it.
And Michelle say?
she agreed with Sam if we're going to talk frankly, then it should be done in executive session.
Okay, well, we'll just put in the minutes, we're going into executive session for, who called the motion?
I did.
And your reason is, let's just get it in the minutes so we can make sure we're right.
Personnel issues, board member issues.
Okay.
I'm going to make a comment here on the record. I think you need to speak to council first before you make this decision.
We have the vice president disagrees with you.
No,
I'm just saying.
yeah, I mean, we knew if we were going to talk about, we talked about this, if we're going to talk about personnel issues that is not appropriate for the public, then we'll go into executive session, so.
Okay.
Wow, first crack out of the bag, first meeting, 10 minutes in, and we're already here, on this. Okay, all right.
Mary, if you make me co-host, or Kyle, if you can make a breakout room where you're putting Three Rivers, Kyle, and Michelle into a breakout room. That way the others that are on the call can hang out on this call until we go into, and that breakout room will be executive session, and then you come back out. That way you don't have to end this meeting and do the crazy whatever that usually is done. You make a breakout room.
Can you do that, Michelle, on your side? I don't know how to do that.
I can make
Got
a
it.
co-host.
Yep.
It just doesn't, what I was reading is that doesn't, if I disappear, that doesn't automatically make her the host. So I can make her co-host so she can do that. But if I need to leave because of executive session, then I have to make somebody else the host.
So just make me the host.
So Kyle, is your idea?
Do you have the agenda?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm displaying on, yeah, because you'll have to display the agenda.
Yep.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Is your idea to hold an executive session to work out the differences between the board?
Yep.
And that the membership that are sitting here today would come back?
Yep.
Wait?
Yeah, you got, right. We're going to go into executive session. We're going to ask everybody to leave, and then we're going to come back into the regular meeting.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
All right. Okay, I'm
Okay, we're
making,
gonna do a roll call here. We're getting off track here.
And for the record, I've never seen this before.
Done this twice last year. Last 2 years in a row, that's how we operate.
Really?
Yep.
Well, maybe that's why we have problems.
Michelle, you should be host.
Why we didn't get the roads thing
Thank you, Mary.
passed either.
All right, so before we vote here, I don't remember us doing this when I accepted the position as president. This is not the process we went through. I'm just telling you.
We only had 3 people on the board.
Yeah.
So that was it?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
How did we do that when we didn't have a quorum then if we only had 3?
We don't have anything on the.
We had 4.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna,
They
Just
left.
the agenda.
They
so-
quit
oh, they quit.
They
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah, they quit.
Yeah, I'm not.
after the meeting.
Does this have to be on? Just be on?
Well, that's not connected.
Oh.
Yeah, we're back back into the regular session. And can somebody just confirm that they could hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Projector on, so you see who's on or not?
Well, this is it. Yeah.
Now, Kyle, I will say with this, in this setting, it might be harder for some, like Randy and Tammy, to be able to hear. So because you're working off of your laptop, so you're going to want to like get your laptop speaker over towards the center of the room a little bit if we're having conversation.
Yeah.
There it goes. Okay. This lit up.
The light has to be on there.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna open it back up and are we officially back into?
We're into regular session.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dave. We'll take the vote for the president. You guys want to go around the room and do it verbally? We'll do that, or we'll write it down and turn it in, however you
Let's
want
just
to
do it verbally. Yep.
Okay. Kyle.
Ed.
Sam.
Michelle.
Steve.
Michelle.
Ed.
Ed?
Okay. Michelle.
Michelle.
There you go. And I'll go with Michelle.
Tammy, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, there you go.
The vice president.
So do we need to make motions and like or do we just vote? I'm assuming that we just are voting. We talked about the president piece, but we didn't talk about the vice president piece or any of the other positions.
I'm gonna nominate Kyle for vice president.
And I'll second that.
That's Steve.
Oh.
Michelle.
Kyle. Kyle.
I'm going to nominate Mike McAdams.
Any other nominations?
We got Kyle.
If everybody could speak up a little bit, I would appreciate it.
So do we vote for Kyle too? For vice president?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All positions are open. That's it for the nomination? Okay, for Kyle.
Kyle, I got here.
Kyle.
Ed?
Mike.
And I'll go with
Michelle.
Kyle.
Michelle.
Michelle?
Or yes, me too, Kyle.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Secretary position.
Nominate Dave.
And I'll fill out the last year if that's what everybody wants me to do.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yay or nay for
I vote.
Dave?
Yay
Oh.
for
Ed?
Dave.
Yeah, I'll vote for Dave.
Michelle?
Dave.
Treasurer.
I'll nominate Ed as treasurer.
I won't accept it.
Okay.
I nominate Sam.
No. Sorry. Yeah. So I nominate Steve.
accept if I can take some load off of what I'm already doing.
Yep, it'll happen. Get a vote?
I'll vote for Steve.
Ed?
Steve it is.
Michelle?
Steve-O.
Yeah, Steve. Okay.
That just put me in a new learning curve.
And you're number 6?
Yep.
So we'll leave, for the sake of the email piece of it, let's leave Mike at number 6. So 5 and 7. The matter?
I nominate Sam for 7 because
Speak up.
I nominate Sam for 7 to take the load off of what I am carrying right now. So that would
Accept,
be,
yeah.
you
For the
accept.
gate.
Yeah.
So when you say load, are you talking about the committees?
Well, I do the 3RW, I do garbage, and I do security.
So that's by definition, that is 7?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all 7. So.
So what would Sam be doing at the gate?
Well, garbage is right up your alley.
Yeah, I've done it before,
So
so,
garbage.
and I know who the Three Rivers Watch person is, so I can get along with her.
Yeah, so you got those two easy.
Can you, Sam? Come on.
So,
And security, it goes with Three Rivers Watch, so.
yeah, so, yeah, that'd be great, and then I'll teach you the gate stuff
Mhm.
too, so, there we go. Perfect. Well, I vote for Sam, obviously, if that's appropriate.
I'm good with Sam there.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Michelle, you're good with that?
Yep.
Sam?
Ed?
Sam, yeah.
Okay. So that'll put Ed in slot number 5.
I'm officially resigning from the board, and that means that I cannot take that back. So from this movement forward, I am no longer responsible for boundaries and land use or for the responsibility for roads. I'm done. Thank you all for your time. Appreciate it. I know you guys will do a good job this year, but not without me.
Well, I want to thank you for what you did for Three Rivers.
After 8.5 years of putting all my time and effort in, my time's not appreciated, then we just move on, because I got better things to do than to fight with all you over stuff that I don't believe in. So good luck to y'all. Appreciate it.
Did you have governing docs too?
I did. Shoreline management, governing docks, and yeah.
Boundaries and land
I
use.
will be more than happy to give anybody a knowledge transfer, as I did in the past with roads. I offered that up. Nobody got back to me. I will do the full knowledge transfer and make sure that anybody that, all those things that I'm responsible for, I will give all that information to everybody so that they're a thorough knowledge transfer, so there's no interruption. So, because the whole goal is always been towards this Three Rivers. So I'll make sure that whoever you decide, give me a call, and I'll walk them through everything and anything they need and be there for them in every capacity.
So can I get clarification, Ed, just because he said boundaries and land use and roads, and then he mentioned the other things. So he's resigning on everything, including a director position.
Everything. That means
Everything.
boundaries and land use, that means roads, that means governing docks, that means everything. So we're gonna have to figure that one out.
I want to make a motion, since now we have an open position. I want to make a motion that finish votes for electors after we get more applicants. What do you think?
You're just making a motion that we have an open slot, so we
Yeah, we
fill his
tabled- we
position.
tabled
The rest of it?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
bring it to the community. And, I mean, I'll tell you straight up, if somebody applies that has a hell of a lot more experience as a treasurer than me, you know, maybe that would be the direction to go, that we make that decision. But if that can't be, I'll thank you. I will keep that director spot.
So-
Screw up the works.
So a procedural thing, does that mean we open it up, back up, and we appoint somebody, or do we go with number 2 that?
So the last 2 years, we went and had people apply back in again. We gave them a window, like say, 2 weeks, so we could do this at our next board meeting. And whoever applied, then the board gets to pick who's.
Do we just take, because we had Tammy and we had Ryan, but we'd open it back up.
And there was one write-in also.
There was a write-in.
Yeah.
And Tammy's well qualified to be the treasurer, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, yeah, I mean, hell of a lot better to.
I mean, I agree with Dave. We have to stick with what we did before. We've set a precedence over the last 2 years. We can't really go and change that now. So if we did it the last 2 times that we've had to do this, which has happened the last 2 sets of board meetings, we've had to fill vacant positions after the annual meeting. We need to, obviously, we tell Tammy, obviously we tell Ryan, and we hope that they're going to put in a little something about it. Last year, if you remember, whenever we did this, when this happened, there was lots of conversations on the side with Tammy, and I know Ryan was contacted numerous times as well to be able to have conversations around why, what are you going to do, what, that kind of thing. So I think we have to stick with that. We have to stay with how we did it before and set that precedence and continue that.
Yeah, Michelle, I think this is Mike. I think when I applied last year, I filled out the form and I came to the meeting and you guys all asked me questions.
Right, same, yeah, same.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
Yep.
So you're saying
Okay.
doing the same thing like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the only 2 applicants we get are gonna be Ryan and Tammy, though. I don't think we need to have them in person to do an interview with them.
Right,
You
right.
want them to refill an application?
I mean, we might need to follow back up with them and make sure they're still,
If they're interested.
If they want to do it, yeah.
wait,
Well, we could ask Tammy right now.
Tammy?
I can't hear anything other than Michelle, just to let you guys know.
all right. Oh,
Yeah, Randy, you said it much more eloquently. We need to open an office for appointments and then nominate after they apply.
okay.
You want to
Yeah.
ask Tammy?
Okay, yeah, we'll just, so procedural wise, we'll need to do that. We'll, Michelle, what's your schedule this, when it?
I'm back in town back home on Thursday and I'm home after that.
Okay, so it's probably you
Put
and,
this out, and so they can turn their applications, then we can have this done by our next meeting. or
okay,
During our next meeting.
all right. Okay, and the next meeting is the 3rd Sunday, and we got to figure out when the next meeting. I
Yeah,
mean, let's
well,
jump
that's-
in. Yeah, let's jump in.
But
Yeah.
that's another thing, we probably, well,
thinking about maybe changing the Sundays to maybe a weekday. Because
that.
we're all for that because
Yeah.
we have family and stuff.
Right.
Most of us all here now. Aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, where at?
Yeah.
So
19th April, I'm sorry.
I can hear like some people, obviously we'll fix this the next time. But like Mike, you're really, really quiet when you talk, just FYI.
I'm way down at the other end of the table. I'll talk louder. How's that?
That's good.
Oh, there it goes.
So what we're saying is we're gonna open and offer for appointments.
Yep.
And then we're gonna have them do like we did the last time, which I think we have all that information still, don't we, Dave? The questions that they answered or were asked. And then we nominate, and that will all happen at the next meeting. Kyle, you went on mute.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Okay, so then the next meeting, if we stick with our regularly scheduled meetings, would put us into April.
18th, 19th.
19th.
And what
Does that
day is
work?
that?
Sunday, still.
I'd like eventually change that to a weeknight.
Okay, so the 19th at 9. And at that time, we will hopefully have some interested individuals, and we can nominate, and then we can look at committees.
At that time, yeah.
Yep.
If I heard, Kyle, you probably know, if I heard Ed correctly, he has borders and land use, governing docks,
And
shoreline.
And roads.
Well, I mean, borders and land use, I think includes, like shoreline management.
That's all totally different.
That's not all our under one thing.
No, it's different.
Yeah, we talked about we go back to our base required, which is the conversation that we talked about having next time, is around what committees we actually need to have because our bylaws say so, and get rid of the extra things that we don't need to have and get them back right-sized. There's a lot of tasks that people are doing that should be maybe sized into someone else or into another committee, or maybe that we simply don't need the committee and we'll need to make motions to change bylaws and vote on those. So like that's the thing that we need to talk about. Not tonight, because it's 7:30 and we originally said this was only going to go till 7:30. So we need to make that, like that will be next. So I think like if we are all happy at a place that we are tonight, we got this, we had lots of conversation, full conversation. You all probably need a beer or a whiskey at this point, and somebody make a motion to end, and we end the meeting, and then on April 19th at 9 a.m. we come back together, we do our appointment, we nominate the other director, and we talk about committees.
Yep.
So I make a motion to end the meeting.
To adjourn. I second.
At 7:32.
Mike?
Second.
Sam?
Yes.
Kyle?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
I'm a yes.
call it 7:35,
What time's the meeting on the 19th?
9 o'clock.
AM?
In the morning, like normal.
Oh, Sunday. I didn't.
We were not doing these at PM.
Well, I heard changing the days. I was like, what day is it?
Well, we haven't changed it yet.
Okay, Sunday.
All right.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
Michelle.
you all.